Hey, how are you? I'm going to be reading from the leadership book by Northouse, Leadership Theory and Practice. I'm going to be in chapter 4. This will be page 80. How does the behavioral approach work? Unlike many of the other approaches discussed in this book, the behavioral approach is not a refined theory that provides a neatly organized set of prescriptions for effective leadership behavior. Rather, the behavioral approach provides a framework for assessing leadership in a broad way as behavior with a task and relationship dimension. The behavioral approach works not by telling leaders how to behave, but by describing the major components of their behavior. The behavioral approach reminds leaders that their actions towards others occur on a task level and a relationship level. In some situations, leaders need to be more task-oriented, whereas others, they need to be more relationship-oriented. Similarly, some followers need leaders who provide a lot of direction, whereas others need leaders who can show them a great deal of nurturance and support. Nurture. And in some cases, a leader must combine both approaches. Casimir and NG in 2010. An example may help explain how the behavioral approach works. Imagine two college classrooms on the first day of class and two professors with entirely different styles. Professor Smith comes to a class, introduces herself, takes attendance, goes over the syllabus, explains the first assignment, and dismisses the class. Professor Jones comes to class and after introducing herself and handing out the syllabus, tries to help the students to get to know one another by having the students describe a little bit about themselves, their majors, and their favorite non-academic activities. The leadership behaviors of Professor Smith and Jones are quite differently. The preponderance of what Professor Smith does could be labeled task behavior, and the majority of what Professor Jones does could be labeled relationship behavior. The behavioral approach provides a way to inform the professors about the differences in their behaviors. Depending on the response of the students to the leadership behaviors, the professors may want to change their behavior to improve their teaching on the first day of class. Overall, the behavioral approach offers a means of assessing in a general way the behavior of leaders. It reminds leaders that their impact on others occurs through the tasks they perform as well as the relationship they create. We'll leave it right there, page 80, 81. How does the behavioral approach work?